What's up, everybody? Did I get it right? I timed
Yeah,
it.
it's going. It's going.
Welcome to the Dude Comedy Podcast. If you paid me $100 right now, I could not even guess what number episode this is. I'm gonna try.
Did I post it? Did I post the last episode?
I think
I
so.
hope, I hope so.
Geez.
Yeah, you did.
Okay.
I'm gonna say 209.
I'm gonna say
No.
212.
I think it's
Higher?
213. It's 213.
Oh, wow.
This just
Close.
in. We missed yesterday, but it's. You're probably thinking there like, well, this shit's about going downhill. No, things are crazy. I don't know about for you guys, but yesterday was the first day I was able to get out of my driveway without getting stuck multiple times. Now, keep this in mind that I have a big diesel truck,
Oh yeah, what brand?
Ford F-350.
Oh, gosh, Chevy.
I'm getting stuck left and right. I probably got like 10 people on – fuck it, more than that. And then I got my neighbors right in front of me unstuck like 4 times. Absolute nightmare. We got these uppity-ass rich white people on the community Facebook page going off. We got our board members quitting the HOA because it's just complete chaos. We got people, some lady.
Show everyone watching the snow how much you still have.
Oh, there's a lot out there. There's my bike.
Kyle's wife's car is literally.
I got it out. I got the car out.
You did?
Yeah. But I mean, it's pretty crazy. And I get pretty exhausted or like sore and stuff from playing flag football, but dig multiple people out, dig yourself out, probably at least digging out 20 times, vehicles in one day. I slept like a fucking champ. It felt like I was just dead. Like
you look skinnier. You probably lost some weight.
Yeah.
Well, you also have no food at home.
I've been going in and out now, but it's funny how, panic. Like one neighbor lady was like threatening she's like, I know somebody at King 5 News. Like, we're going to make a story of this. And I'm just sitting there like.
Because they're snowed in?
Yeah, I'm not the person. I don't get on there and like respond to people that are like just like going off. But I'm like, how fucking embarrassing is that going to be to our community? Like, we're already, so like we live out in the sticks. In a mainly like, it's a lot of like older houses and stuff, and then we're just like this sore thumb of a neighborhood that's just rich white people. So imagine if we like, she's like North Bend got a state of they got the National Guard out there to help them out. Like a whole city is snowed in, and she's like this is gonna go on the news and they're gonna hear from us. And I'm just like, and like nobody is liking her shit or like responding and saying like, yeah, go girl. It's just, and I'm like, that'd be so embarrassing to like the people around us, like that already don't like our neighborhood because this was their old ride area. Now they're going to be laughing at us.
Well, it's a lose-lose situation because the reason why North Bend got the state of emergencies was a way bigger population and the snowplows were getting stuck.
Yeah,
to get them out.
Exactly.
But what do you gain from being on the news? It's a lose-lose. You look like what you said, and then that's still not going to get any expert snowplow guys to be like, you know what? I'm going to drop all my paying jobs. I'm going to go help these guys out. Like, hell no.
So my buddy, they just got the contract yesterday to plow this whole place, but he came the night before, and he got stuck trying to get to my house. He's like, oh, I just got done in the area. I'll do your driveway. And I'm like, all right, man. Like, he sounded really confident, and then he didn't even make it to my driveway. He got stuck before my driveway, and he's like, God damn, like, I can't believe I just got stuck, because he hasn't got stuck in like forever, So it's not like it really is just like nasty, but some lady is just like,
so funny.
Like one of our board members quit, who I'm friends with. She's the lady that like the main reason I got my razor back is because she was so like committed to like posting everywhere on Facebook. And she was just getting hounded by these people so hard that she just quit on the spot. And this hardcore lady, like this girl just put like an emotional post about how she's quitting. Like this is like just she can't believe some of the people in the neighborhood. And then this hardcore lady that threatened to call the news or whatever, she's like, good. She's like, if your backbone is that soft, then like you shouldn't be part of the board anyway. I'm like, oh my God.
These people take it seriously, man.
This lady was in the military and from New York. Like, think of that combination. Like, she's a hardcore New Yorkan.
Well, you told us getting the Razorback story. She seemed like she was definitely.
Oh, yeah. Dude, she just like stormed into like the fire department and was like, we need to figure out this. And I'm like, geez. And so she's getting to a clash with this other lady. So It's pretty crazy. So yeah, we ain't sloughing off on you guys because we all knows that Daddy has to be here. These guys can't. Well, Colby actually had something he had to do.
Yeah, I would have had to go late yesterday. I had to go. I don't remember what I did. I did something right around when we normally record.
Yeah.
We could just blame it on Valentine's Day, you know?
Yeah, and it was Valentine's Day, goddammit.
So it's officially now been a year since I did the first wrap-up. 2 years.
Really? You remember the day exactly, huh?
Well, I remember it was Valentine's Day wrap. Kyle and I went golf. Yeah, Kyle and I went golfing. So it's been 2 years since we've been on the show.
That's crazy. We're talking about a snowstorm, and 2 years ago you were golfing.
Well, that is crazy.
Well,
because we played with Joey and Nordy, remember? And then it was Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Wow, that is nuts.
Yeah, it's just a chaos world.
So are you guys doing all right with the measles flying around your parts there?
Hopefully. It's literally right in our area. Like the map, when they draw like where it is, it's like right where we live.
So what is it, 50-something cases now?
I saw 30-something. I haven't seen it updated.
It's like 53. So the funny part is, me and Burns were talking about this before the show. Like, you know when you think you know somebody and then you see them post something just out there on Facebook and you're like, I don't know that fucking person.
I know that feeling, dude.
So X Games dude, Snowbike dude, the guy I graduated with.
Yeah.
He fucking made an anti-vax post yesterday. Him and his wife tag teamed the comments.
Oh, geez.
Really threw me off.
Wow. Well, I went to a bachelor party. Trying to make sure I don't say anything. Okay, I don't think this guy would ever listen, but I don't want to say like.
Yeah, I don't think Robert would listen, but it's.
So the guy goes, his wife was from another country originally. She's lived in the U.S. for like 5-6 years, whatever, you know. And then they got married. They have a kid who's about my daughter's age. And he's like, yeah, we're about to take her back to, I want to say it was like Cambodia or something, where she was from, something far away.
Yeah.
But we're having a lot of issues on deciding what vaccinations we want to give her, you know, because we don't want to give her a lot of them that are necessary to go into that country. And in my head, I'm like, what? I'm like, oh man, yes, I haven't seen this dude since high school. It's almost like you, Kyle. Like, I haven't seen this dude since high school, you know? So I'm like, oh yeah, so is that more like what your wife wants to do because where she's from? No, my wife wants to do everything before we go back there, but I'm just not about it. And in my head, I'm like, where did you go? For you grew up by me. We were pretty much raised, you know, in the same area, went to the same high school. You went off to UW, where I don't know if they preach anti-vax at UW, but all of a sudden now you're like this hippie dude who's like, no, I don't think I'm going to do the proper vaccinations. Take her to Cambodia. I'm like, what are you doing, dude?
I don't get. I mean, the reason I do get it because you hear some of the stuff that they go around saying, and it's like, well, you want to protect your child. So if you catch that person at the right time, and they're like, oh, I don't want that to happen to my kid, then I get it from that aspect. But
the problem is they see people that had like kids who had allergic reactions to the vaccine. Like they're not like allergic to like the live virus or the MMR. They're allergic to like the ingredients in the vaccine. And that should be a reason why you should be pushing other people to get vaccinated, because it protects your kid who can't get it.
Yeah, it's so this dude, the X Games dude, his like, okay, whatever, be anti-vax, whatever. I don't fucking care. But his reasoning was like, so we're sitting here in Washington talking about 53 people with the measles. What about what do you say, like 30% of the population of youth who suffer from obesity? I'm going to be like, dude,
it's not an infectious disease.
Literally zero connection. Like
that's like
obesity is preventable by your diet. Like measles is
preventable. It's preventable by a vaccination.
Yeah, that's why
that's like the drunk driving thing they always do. People will do like for marijuana, they'll be like, how many people have died on marijuana overdoses or marijuana accidents compared to drunk driving? That's why it should be legal. That used to be the argument. It's like, hey, that's not even in the same realm of you can argue that. Like that's like taking something that it's a drug and alcohol and being like, yeah, they're close enough I can make this comparison.
Well, it's just like it's like, well, It's only 53 people. What about World War I, where 1 million?
That's exactly what it
is. It's just like why compare this? We're talking about the task at hand. Like you literally, like you're not only just putting your own child possibly in danger. Like look what is happening. Like measles is spreading. It's not just people like they talk about measles, but it's not just measles. It's a fuck ton of other shit. You know, it's not just measles. Like it's a lot of things.
How many people got diabetes last year?
The thing with measles, though, it's like one of the most contagious diseases ever. Like it spreads like wildfire if it gets into a population that's not vaccinated for it.
Yeah, I would bring it up, but I'm not gonna make it too personal and bring up.
But my favorite thing is the reason like this is coming up again is like the new communications director for the White House. His wife was on Twitter saying stuff like, you know, back then, you know, we all got the measles and now we have lifetime immunity. So, you know, we need to bring back these childhood diseases.
Oh my God.
What?
Dude, Twitter is the worst, man.
Well,
I sent you guys the Philly D thing when Philly D was just like, really? Like, this is what you took away from what I said? Like, get out of here, lady. You're crazy. He's like, I'm not calling you crazy. I'm calling all of you crazy.
Yeah, he was going on. But it's just internet. Like, just like the lady with her neighborhood, like, it's social media is not fucking social. It is like, I don't know, man. It's a fucking nightmare is what it is.
Well, they get in these like groups of people that agree with them, and then they think like everyone agrees with them.
Yeah, and they think everybody should have to agree with them.
Yeah.
You know, like I don't give a fuck. I ain't gonna argue with anybody about like anti-vaxxing. I'm gonna say I think you're an idiot, but I'm do whatever you want to do. Like honestly, it doesn't matter to me. But when they want to like put it on you and be like, that is bad for you, yada yada yada, then it's like, well, fuck you then. Like I hope you die, you know, something along those lines. But
so Kyle hooked me up with this website, Ripple, to watch a lot of sports and stuff, but sometimes they won't have some of the college games. So I'll go to like Reddit NBA stream or NCAA streams, and they'll put like a little Twitch chat on the right. What you guys are talking about is literally what happens on there. It will be like a game. Yesterday I was watching like Gonzaga versus whoever they were playing, St. Mary's, because I don't want to go watch it on my other thing. And the feed was like, how are you really saying that Kobe is better than Michael Jordan? And there's all these people just going on all these things.
God.
And I started reading like the chat more than I was watching my game. And it was like, anyone think that the Astros are going to do it this year? I'm like, where are you guys coming from? What the hell is going on?
They're just looking for like a debate. They're just like fishing for it.
Dude, that's what when we would play at Central, like the pickup leagues, like somebody would bring up like who's better, Jordan or LeBron. And, like, it's literally an argument that physically cannot be solved. They will never play each other in their prime. Like, there's literally no answer to the argument. Like, honestly, you can't even say, let's just say, like, is Jordan better than Kyrie Irving? Is he? Like, if they played each other, like, is he better? You don't know. I mean, it sounds like a simple question to say, hey, obviously Jordan's better, but is he?
No, because you always
– is he? Do you know? Will we ever know? Fuck no, we'll never know.
And then you always can make the argument that, you know, Jordan at his size and athleticism was so much better than the next player. Obviously, he was better at other aspects of his game, but if you took somebody like – was it good? Damian Lillard is like a 6'5" point guard, one of the smaller 6'4" point guards. He's 2 inches smaller than what Jordan was at that time.
Yeah.
You could drop him in at his current athleticism, body size, and skill, and you could argue that he would do the same, if not like, you know, close to what Jordan did, because he's so much more athletic than every other white guy in the league.
But you just don't know.
You can't do it.
There's no way you'll ever know. People sit there and they argue about it on ESPN for something. They can debate it all they want. And the problem is some people think, oh, for sure Jordan's better. Oh, for sure LeBron's better. Like, we don't fucking know.
We do know LeBron is better.
Yeah, there you go. That'll make some people mad. Well, that's like,
you can't prove me wrong, Kyle. You can't know, so I'm right.
It's always tough when you have an argument with somebody like that who is just so set. Like, what's the other one we always talk about where, like, you're not going to change this person's opinion, even if it's like, political stuff. When we're talking about the debate last year, 2 years ago, whenever it was. And it's just like, at some point you wonder why they even do these, because, like, if Kyle is so one side and Burns is so the other side, like, he's not even listening at this point for like the good stuff. He's trying to find that one thing he could be like, oh, but did you hear what Trump said? And then
like the debates, the debates aren't going to change anyone's mind. It's like experience. No. What changes people's minds is like experience. So like I'll give like 2 examples. Let's say like you're like, oh, we should be spending our tax money on giving poor people food stamps or welfare, but then you lose your job and you need to apply for those programs. Then you might change your mind and be like, oh, this is important if you come on hard times.
Yeah.
Or if you're like an anti-vax, vaccines, and then your kid gets measles and almost dies.
Yeah, like, oh, shit, I should probably vaccinate. And it's just like protesters, like has one single protest literally ever changed? Like when you got 2 sides clashing, is one person walked to the other side being like, okay, I kind of believe that sign right there. Fuck no.
It's the same with like climate. Right. Yeah. Same with like climate change. You're not going to change like people's opinion no matter how much science you show them. They're gonna be like, the thing that'll change will be like, oh shit, I can't grow crops anymore here. Fuck.
Yeah, that's the type of stuff that blows my mind. Is like how could you possibly say you're against all the science ever?
What's kind of crazy though is
I'd rather have them say I just don't give a fuck and then keep doing what they do.
Right? Why don't you just be honest about it?
Yeah.
We kind of just cracked the whole gun thing right there. When it takes something bad to happen, like all these school shootings, but people are still like, no, not changing the laws. Need our guns.
Yeah, I mean that's definitely like touchy.
No, but I'm saying, isn't that crazy? Like that's a situation where we would say everything else is like your kid gets measles, almost dies.
Yeah, Well, I guess you could say if you're I'm not like a big gun guy or anything, but I personally just know that the law is not going to change.
Oh no, I'm with you.
But if my kid got killed in a school shooting, I would definitely be against like gun rights. I mean, I feel like you would. I mean, there's probably some parents that had their kids shot in a school shooting and not against it, but I feel like that would be like. But I wouldn't like fault somebody for doing that either. I wouldn't, if you're like I believe in gun control, nobody should have guns. They're like my kid was shot in a school shooting, then I wouldn't be like it'd be hard to argue with that person.
That's what I'm saying. That's like there's the really good line right there. That's like yeah. Guys, we just peeled that onion back deep.
We did. We peeled it back.
We might need just to take a second of silence after that great conversation we just had.
Me and Kenny just had a whack-ems up on a Fortnite. We should have had back-to-backs. We got beat in a 2v1.
This morning?
I'm loving the new update. I gotta tell you, the new update has changed the game, dude. It's so much more fun now.
Colby's not informed. Colby's not informed.
I haven't played in a week and a half because I was so frustrated. I had a ramp built, and I was in a great fight, and then all of a sudden, I just get like randomly. Anyway, I died, and I just
week and a half. Which we played a few days ago.
A couple of things they changed.
I thought we haven't played since. Well, yeah, I guess like 5 days ago.
So one thing they changed is the Deagle no longer one-shots walls, so it's basically a useless weapon now. But the big changes were
the Deagle would do that.
Yeah, you didn't know that meta. The meta was great, dude. You'd have like a pump shotgun and a deagle, and you deagle someone's wall out and then switch to your pump and blow their head off.
Fuck, I never knew that. Damn it.
But they changed that because it was super overpowered. But now, so they increased the ability to get materials by 40%, but you only can have 500 wood, 500 brick, and 500 metal.
Total at all time?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
it's really
nice.
easy to get materials.
Yeah, it's super easy to get materials. Second is that when you get a kill, you are granted either 50 health or 50 shield, whichever comes first.
Oh, like they do in the tournaments.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Well, that's always one of the things that frustrates me, but I also do it when you roll up on a party that just got done fighting and you only shoot them once.
Yeah.
But if you
now I guess the idea is like I haven't really noticed a lot of it, but like if you're in duos, is that you're less likely to get third party after you finish a fight.
Yeah,
they just killed those guys. They're for sure shielded now.
Okay, so I like that, and then I saw that they nerfed planes a little bit.
Yeah, and also when you kill
stuff,
and also when you kill someone, they also will drop an additional 50 wood, 50 metal, and 50 brick.
Oh, that's nice too. So I guess that definitely does incentivize not like camping and stuff anymore. Because you got to go get those kills for the shields. I'll give it a shot. I'll play today. The snowstorm took away my babysitter, so I've just been watching babies all day, and she doesn't take a second nap anymore, which is normally when I got my Fortnite in. So I've just been not been doing that, and it's tough too because you can't I was like yesterday the snow was pretty much gone, I thought, but it's still just like slush and everything. So I took her outside, and I'm like, well, I can't even go anywhere, so I just went.
The only thing that I noticed beginning game. Is that before like beginning game people would loot up before they push or whatever. Well, now people know you get health if you get a kill, so they just get the gun and they're in your face.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So then I have to go get shield and stuff.
Yeah, because they just kill you and get the shields. And also in duos and squads, like it works great for solos, but if you're in a duo squad and you get 50 health for a kill, you're getting BM'd immediately.
Oh, I didn't think about that.
Because then you get your health and shield. Yeah.
Do you get health from killing anybody, or just shield?
Depends upon let's say you're like 50 health. Like 50 HP,
so
you'll get 50. So
it's like a chug jug.
So you'll be like 100 health. But if you have
and it goes in 50 chunks.
Yeah, so let's say you're 100 health off the rip. Like you just have your 100 HP and you land and you kill 2 people in your house. You'll have 100 health, 100 shield.
Okay. Sorry, I'm dealing with fucking customer service right here.
Well, that is how they do those tournaments. I did tune in a little bit to that secret one because I just kept seeing it popped up, and I'm like, I want to see what this is all about. And I'll tell you what, man. I've always said I'm a big Fortnite guy. I think it will continue to be successful. It's tough to watch these competitive pro events how they are. It's just nothing happens for so long, and it's so different than the way that like Kyle, me, and Ken play.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, all these guys that are in all these structures, they all fight at once, but you can't like see it because it's all happening so fast, and they're making edits into other people's edits, and it's like. Yeah. It's really cool. I'm not taking anything away from them, but it's very hard to like watch and understand what's going on.
And the nice thing about like the material game too is I was playing with Jordan the other day, and he needed some. He had like 50 shield or whatever, and he's like, "Oh, there's a slurp juice in here for 275 wood. Do you think it's worth it?" And I'm like, "Yeah, just to get it, you can just hit these 2 trees. You'll be back to 500."
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Yeah, that's nice.
Well, I was so thrown off when we landed with Ken, and I at the new block area. There's like an area with just like fucking full of pallets.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, oh sweet, and I hit like 4, and I'm like,
I'm maxed.
What's going on? Like, why am I dropping wood? It's because you only go to 500. And then Ken started shooting I killed somebody. I'm like, why the fuck? Like, I don't think I picked up a 50 shield. Like,
I wish you wouldn't have told me. I would have played and done the same thing. I'd be like, what's going on?
No, it's nice though. It like incentivizes you to fight.
Yeah.
Which is nice. I mean, that's what I play the game for. I don't play the game to go get in huge big build battles with guys who are better than me. I want to shoot somebody.
And like, let's say like you're late, like you're getting like middle to late game or whatever, and you don't have any shields on you. You're like 75 health, and you come across a team. Usually, you might be like, "Oh, we got to avoid this fight." But now you might be like, "We need these kills
to get the health." Yeah. Or even if you're just medium on mats, you need to go full mats.
Yeah.
That is cool. I like that.
Yeah, it was fun. I mean, I like playing where I don't play for a couple of days and hop on. And I haven't had remember when I first started playing, like we would just play like all day. I just wouldn't even care about anything else going on. I would just play. But
you know what I missed on that game? They need to bring our Greasy Grove back.
I know, dude. That's where we land every time. Is it the earthquake gonna knock it?
I don't know. When I was playing a little bit this morning, there's like cracks now in the map. When you're walking around over by Lazy Links.
We haven't played with Birds in forever.
Yeah, Birds, you see, we're actually pretty good now. No, we're way better. We are way better.
I was handing out some smackums last night.
I mean, I don't use attack anymore. I only use that pump. I'm that pump guy now, dude. Hit that 140 headshot.
Dude, I can't believe you guys didn't get into the Deagle pump meta, dude. It was just unfair. Because you get a guy a guy boxes up to heal, you just deagle the wall and pump him in the face.
Yeah, I never even thought about it.
Kyle, the other big one I noticed or I learned yesterday when I was watching the pro players play, it's if you have your duo partner has the heavy sniper and you have a rocket launcher, it is so like
oh yeah, you heavy sniper.
These guys are all boxed. Yeah, these guys are all boxed, and then it's like ready 1, 2, 3. And these guys are so good. So he'll launch his rocket, and the guy that's the sniper is so good that he will shoot the wall literally as the rocket's about to hit it. So then the wall goes down and the rocket goes in and hits them. And then they start both spraying with their AKs. I'm like, dude, how do they know? What's going on? They're so good.
Yes. They also nerfed rockets, which I appreciated. You can only
get them in the drop, right?
Yeah, you can only get them in the drops now.
Oh, really?
It's only in supply drops now.
Yep.
Oh, good. Yeah, they're kind of overpowered. We don't have an ad today, do we?
Oh, actually, I think we do.
What?
I think so. Let me check.
Take a peek there, bud.
Hey, look at this. Look at this.
Dave Burns, did you do the last one? Timestamp it.
I will today.
Look at that. It's Mountain Dew Game Fuel just came out.
What?
I'm gonna go see if I can find it at Walmart today and try it.
So what was I talking? So when I think it was one of Jimmy's like last episodes when he was talking about G Fuel. Or no, I think I was streaming with Jimmy, or I was playing on his stream.
Stitch Fix, knock it out there, bud.
Where is it at?
I don't know.
1 sec, let me find it and I'll hit it.
Supposed to be right now, or is it supposed to be at the start?
It is third slot.
Oh, perfect.
Cool, we're there. Mark down this time.
What time are you?
I don't know the time. I can't see.
We started at 4D, so
it's like a half hour in, right?
30ish, yeah, 30ish minutes.
What was the other one? The other one was like right away, right? So I got to timestamp it.
Yeah, so Stitch Fix. Before we even got this ad, Rachel uses Stitch Fix all the time. She likes it. She's still been using it. So, I mean, I don't see what clothes she's getting, but she's always looking fine, in my personal opinion. Stitch Fix is an online personal styling service that finds and delivers clothes, shoes, and accessories to fit your body, your budget, and your lifestyle. Personally, I ain't hip with the style game. I think Colby kind of is, but I could probably use something like this because my style game blows. Just go to stitchfix.com/dudecomedy and tell them your sizes, what styles you like, and how much you want to spend on each item. You'll be paired with your very own personal stylist who will handpick 5 items to send right to your door. Then you try them on, pay for only what you love, and return the rest. Shipping, exchanges, and returns are always free. That's a big one because if you don't like something, you got to send it back. It's free. There's no subscriptions required. You can go sign up to receive scheduled shipments or get your fix whenever you want. Stitch Fix's styling fee is only $20, which is applied towards anything you keep from your shipment. Get started now at stitchfix.com/dudecomedy, and you'll get an extra 25% off when you keep all 5 of the items in your box. That's stitchfix.com/dudecomedy to get started today. One more time, that is stitchfix.com/dudecomedy.
You actually got that ad down now, Kyle. Remember when we first got it? We were like, Stitch Fix. Stitch Fix.
I love the .com that you're dropping in there. .com.
Maybe I got a radio career. Just kidding. I hate talking, but I'm here.
Hey, do you remember your G Fuel thing or?
I was playing with Jimmy, and he's all about his G Fuel stuff, sucking on their knob. But I didn't want to knock it on his stuff while he's promoting the G Fuel stuff. But what was it? I've talked about the story before. It's when
you almost died.
It's when before the Seahawks were in the Super Bowl, the Patriots were playing somebody, and I got it all the time. I wouldn't even really. Your meeting will end in 10 minutes. Please upgrade to paid account at $15 per month for unlimited minutes. I thought we were already good.
I see the timer going now.
Oh, shit. We got 10 minutes.
We got 10 minutes, boys.
We're already free. What? I paid for this. Okay.
All right. Well. So for everyone listening audio-wise, we just got a timer popped up on our video that says remaining beating time, 9 minutes and 37 seconds. So we were dude, this is going to be fun, dude. We got to get everything we know in this. All right, so finish the GTO story.
But when you scroll over, it says Zoom 40 minutes meeting. So we only got 4. So that will end at 40 minutes, apparently. Okay, back to the G Fuel story.
I have 2 things, too, so we got to get them all in.
So basically, I had G Fuel, and I really liked it. Like, the taste of stuff is good. But, like, an hour later, and I didn't connect the dots until after this happened a lot of times. But, like, I would start to build up, like, pressure in my chest, and I would literally, like, I wouldn't think I was dying. I could tell it was just pressure in my chest, and I just had to burp, but I couldn't. It would relieve it the pressure for a second, and then it would just come right back, and I'd be like on the ground, like rolling. I'm like, am I gonna have a fucking heart attack? And then I finally connected the dots. It was only ever after I had G Fuel.
One of those acids in there.
It's probably obviously not for everybody, because if that happened to everybody, they wouldn't be in business, or they would change their ingredients. But something in there fucks my esophagus up.
It's probably one of those acids in there. Just your body doesn't digest it well.
Dude, I don't know what it is. It must be something in the ingredients for that too. Because I've had G Fuel sent to me, and like usually like caffeine doesn't like make me jittery or like keeps me up at night. Like I could have like a Mountain Dew before bed and be fine, or like a cup of coffee or tea or something like that. But I had like G Fuel just at night, like playing video games. I had it like 8 o'clock at night. Then I was going to bed, and I had that feeling where like your body feels really tired. But I like I couldn't fall asleep till like 6
I hate that feeling.
No matter how hard I tried, I was like, I want to sleep.
That's like when you come off your Adderall high and then you're just like, what the hell, dude?
That's my brain. You got to get that ZQL, dude. I don't know. Like I just take like a little sip of it. So it's probably a placebo effect a little bit. But like that stuff just makes me out like a light. But when you have a kid and you have to wake up when it has to eat, like that fucking sucks. So
that's why I stopped taking melatonin. Is because
Tylenol PM is where it's at if you need to sleep.
Yeah. Well,
I used to do melatonin, and then you, like Kyle said, you got the kid and you don't want to not wake up. Melatonin's
yeah, I got this like off-brand of ZQL, and it's more like it's not like syrupy, it's like watery, and it tastes weird. I'm like, fuck all this shit. I ain't never gonna distrust ZQL like that again.
Mr. Beast dropping a real-life Fortnite Battle Royale airsoft, $100,000 to the winner. 100 YouTubers dropping.
Didn't Dude Perfect already do that?
I don't know if they did it. Oh, did they do it with a bunch of people? He's doing it with like a bunch of YouTubers though.
But he's just putting Fortnite in the name just because the name, correct?
Yeah, I'm imagining they're just going to drop. They can't. No one's going to be able to build a building.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, so it's more just
a battle royale.
Yeah.
Second thing was breaking news that happened when you're reading that ad. So from Woj, the NBA guy, the New Orleans Pelicans just fired their GM a little bit ago. And I guess the ownership was livid because Anthony Davis yesterday got like injured, and he just straight left and got filmed leaving in the middle of their game. And now the ownership has just lost it. They want to fire and clean house everybody, and they want someone else to take over and trade Anthony Davis. It's crazy that
late.
Dude, if they really had those offers of Tatum or the Lakers deal, and then now they're going to get nothing for Anthony Davis, they deserve.
I don't get why they wouldn't take the Lakers deal.
They're dumb. They did it out of just spite for Magic Johnson. The Dale Demps guy didn't like Magic Johnson, so that's why he didn't do it. And now he's fired.
Yeah, the Lakers deal, you're giving them like what, 3 rising star, or I guess at least 2 with Ingram and because they're gonna give Kuzma.
All Ingram and Kuzma.
Yeah.
The thing is with 3 of those guys, you can develop hopefully one of them to be a good player with your new team.
Yeah, and then all the future picks of the Lakers. I mean,
I just can't. I'm surprised that he was fired, but not surprised for what he did. But just like
I didn't want the Lakers to do that.
No, that's a dumb trade. Now they're going to get Anthony Davis for probably way less or for free if you just say I'm out.
Is he a UFA at the end of the year? Or?
I think he still has. I see. That's what's confusing to me. Is someone said that they have his rights for one more year, and I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. I'm looking right now.
Yeah, I see that all the time.
They have him through 2020, I thought.
See, yeah, but then I've also heard Anthony Davis contract. Yeah, he signed a 5-year deal, so
because if you make the trade, you wouldn't make those huge trades for a half of a year.
He's got $28 million on his contract next year.
Kobe, are you allowed to offer sheet people in the NBA?
I don't think so.
Because it's very frowned upon in the NHL for a GM to do this, but like in the NHL, like your first 3 years in the league, you have a 3-year contract as a rookie contract. After that, you're a restricted free agent.
Yeah.
So your team has the rights, but a team could offer sheet that player, and depending upon how much money they're giving in term, you would have to give up draft picks.
So they do that. I don't know if it's with rookies though, but they do that because Ernest Cantor was signed to a 5-year, like $120 million deal with the Trailblazers, and then they have like 2 or 3 days to match it. And I want to say on like the final like minutes, the Thunder came back and matched it, and then ended up just like he started to suck in.
Yeah, there was like it's really frowned upon in the NHL because what happened I think it was like 5 or 6 years ago. There was a player for Nashville, Shea Weber. He was like a top defenseman in the league. And they were trying to figure out, he was a restricted free agent. They were like trying to figure out like a fair deal where they don't have to spend like a ton of money in a long term or whatever. And then Philadelphia offer sheeted him like $100 million, 14 years, and Nashville was like, well, fuck, now we have to match it.
Yeah, see, if you're like the team, I know the Hawks did that to somebody with Tyler Johnson, the guard for the Heat, and then the Heat got stuck paying him like $68 million. Now they just traded him. So the two guys I've mentioned that have been like overpaid are both now have been traded off their team.
Like in the NHL, like if you offer like an 8-year deal, that type of money on an offer sheet or whatever, and the other team doesn't match it, you have to give that team like your next 4 first-round picks.
Damn, that's actually pretty wild.
We'll end it on one more sports note. The Alliance Football League tried to gauge interest on Colin Kaepernick, and he wanted $20 million a year.
Can you believe that? 83
a douche.
83 times more than the max contract given to the best player in the AA or AFL, whatever. And now he's gonna say, "I just want to play football." You're lying, dude. You wanted 83 times more than the max contract they can give somebody.
When does this Alliance Football League start?
It already started. It already started
now.
Yeah. You know what? It didn't do bad for the first games.
That's usually how it goes out of the gates for these.
Are they playing like footballs? Like what stadiums are they playing it at?
So like Salt Lake has one, and they use the Seattle Real Stadium, and it's so like Salt Lake has no football team, so they'll always at least get people to show up.
Yeah,
I mean it's definitely interesting. It's just funny that Al Kaepernick.
That is so.
Who are some notable players I would know in that league?
There's a lot of quarterbacks, so like Hackenberg, Trent Richardson, the
Mike Riley.
Trent Richardson's in it. We have less than a minute. I got to say something really quick. They just signed Mike Riley's the best CFL player who's leaving the CFL receiver, and he's going to go play for the AFL. That's kind of cool. I mean, they're getting players.
Yeah, we have 1:30. Remember, stitchfix.com/dudecomedy. I'm not ready to end it, but I don't know what happens when this shit runs out. That's the problem.
We really
this is the first time I've ever seen this.
Yeah, I've never seen it.
I need to see what's going on because we pay, but it's gay. We'll end it on that. Burns, don't forget to do the last episode of Robin Hood. You need to timestamp that. You need to timestamp this one. Daddy needs new shoes. All right, I'm going to press stop and see what happens. Everybody say bye.
Bye. See you Monday. Bye.
Bye.